Go on. Okay, so just for fun or for cracks. So I one day I was yeah, for cracks now. All right, so I was walking along Union on one fateful day, right? And then someone met me and was like, "It's a he, it's a he, it's a he." So, and then he was like, "Hey, hello, I've seen your stuff online, blah blah blah. Look very familiar." God will forgive me. So it was like okay that he wants to enter machine learning, something like that. So one thing came to another. He said he wants to learn web first. That his mentor told him, yeah, he should learn web first, then switch over to machine learning. And then he now asked me, why did I choose PHP over Python? So when he asked that, I was like, okay, that's what I love to learn and stuff. Then the next question he asked me was, Python is better than PHP, right? so, so yeah, on my own, I had to just decide that okay, I have to kind of do some sensitization on why. So this, I don't mean to, downgrade any language at all. I mean, there are a lot of JavaScript developers here that may want to kill me, but we'll try our best, especially this one. So next slide. So yeah, I've talked about why PHP, waiting do JS. So uh, all right. So um, when I came to start Innovation Hub at 2018, I came to learn web development at Start Innovation Hub, and then I was told that I have to go and learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and the rest of them. At that time, they were doing backend and front end, right? So we had to have some experience with front end before moving to back end. So my CS was very terrible. CSS was very, very, very terrible. You can tell me to implement a design and I implement Scrap for you, right? So, but then there was something that really stood out for me personally was that if in terms of interaction, if you click a particular button, right, it will just take you to a different section or maybe bring out a modal or something like that. So, Mr. David, which will soon be here, said, why not just try back end, right, and see how it is. And at that time, they were doing PHP, right? So next slide. So, like I said earlier on, this is a disclaimer. This is a disclaimer. I am not going to be bantering JavaScript, but I'm just going to be stating facts. Amen. Amen. Next slide. Next slide. So, why PHP? Right? 77% of all live websites use PHP. Let me shock. You don't catch me. All right. So 77% of all live websites use PHP. PHP powers 22% of the top 10,000 websites in the world. Even your Facebook that you're using uses PHP from 2004 and still used by 8,000 websites till today. 25.8% of web developers prefer PHP, even your JavaScript developers. Yes. So next slide. So why did I also bring up this stuff? PHP is not leaving anytime soon. It is not leaving anytime soon. I've gotten this question lots of times. Oh, PHP will soon die. Even when I was in my learning journey. Yes, yes, yes. So even in my learning journey at 2018, 2019, I was always told, okay, why are you learning PHP? PHP is dead. PHP is this. No JS. Yes, learn Python, learn JavaScript, learn Node.js, learn Deno. Where's Deno today? Node.js, yes. Where's Deno? And PHP is still alive, hill and hearty. There are per month, there are about 700,000 searches, on Google for the term PHP. So that shows that PHP is continually growing, and will keep making it grow. Amen.
Amen.
So why did I choose PHP again? Next slide. Next slide, please. Job opportunities. Like Elisha said in the first topic, he said that PHP is always, if you are choosing any programming language, choose it because you have money in mind. At the end of the day, nobody PHP will go job. You understand? You still have to eat. And if you look at it carefully, you can see that if you want to start a career in websites and business application development, carefully, PHP stands out for beginners a lot. Because some people may want to argue with me and say, oh, Python, what of Python? But if you look at it carefully, right, I'm not slandering Python, but if you, let's say for load time, for instance, if you're doing PHP versus Python, the load time for websites to load, you see that PHP, beats Python by far, right? Two, it is beginner friendly. So if I want to build a website today, I can learn WordPress. WordPress. And WordPress is backed by PHP. So you see how easy it is to, transition into PHP, right? It is consistently growing in demand, and organizations are paying good payouts for skilled PHP developers. So like Elisha said, the aim of community is to, yes. So, you know, if you are very good at what you do, so that's just way beyond the building of the website. We are talking about how fast does your website load, what are the certain things you are considering when you are building your website, how clean is your code architecture. There are companies that are willing to pay even $5,000, $10,000 per month, on as a salary for you, right? Then PHP developers earn an average of annual revenue of over $94,000. So why PHP? The next slide. It's ecosystem. So PHP has a ecosystem, and communities keep coming up. Let's even say day by day. Right? PHP Talks is privileged to be one of those communities that keeps pushing the PHP ecosystem forward. Right. Next slide. So basically, we have community and forums. PHP has large and active communities of developers who share their knowledge, contribute to open source projects, and help newcomers through forums, blogs, and social media. So if you are coming to PHP, you are very sure that you're going to have nice communities that are willing to help you grow, and help you and share their knowledge with you. Like for instance, PHP Talks group. Almost every day, if someone drops a problem, there's someone there to fix that problem or teach that a solution to that. Next slide. PHP has frameworks, very nice frameworks. So everyone, we've heard of Laravel, which is the most popular PHP framework, right? So PHP has a rich ecosystem of web application frameworks that simplify and expedite web development. And as you've been seeing, there's always been a whole lot of updates in these frameworks to improve security, to have better coding. And even right now, if you attended the last LaraCon, you can start building desktop applications with PHP. Yeah. So, next slide. And so we should be clapping. JavaScript developers not clap. All right. So let's brag about Laravel, right? So it has elegant syntax, right? It's expressive, developer friendly, it prioritizes clean, readable codes, make it enjoyable to work with. On the side notes, our variables are declared with dollar signs. So money. Yes. All right. So modular architecture. Laravel follows a modular component-based architecture. It offers a wide range of pre-built reusable components and libraries that developers can leverage to accelerate development. It has eloquent ORMs. So basically, if you don't really have much experience with writing MySQL queries a whole lot, eloquent ORMs will save your life, right? Then we have blade templating engines that can help, you know, format certain codes that you need to do on your files. Then, yes, thank you. Next slide. So yeah, thank you. So if you want to connect with us, join our WhatsApp. Please do well to go to bit.ly/PHPTalks. So once again, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe. See you next time.
Okay, guys. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. So, if this is your first tech event, let me see your hands up. Why did they lie like this? If this is your first tech event, I'm very serious. If this is your first tech event, see, I know all of you. Okay. Okay. Who's ready for giveaway? Who's ready for giveaway? Everybody. Fastest fingers, oh yeah.
Starlink users.
Fastest fingers. See big boys, nobody bring that phone. Fastest fingers, oh yeah. Bring out your phones. Please, oh. We are Christians. When I say fastest fingers, something. Now, bring out your phones. Take a selfie with your friend. We don't have to give you time. Bring out your phones, take a selfie. Go on Twitter, make a post, and the social media team will monitor everything. The post with the highest engagement. No, you don't need to have followers to actually have engagement on Twitter. Did you know? Did you know? I'm very serious. You don't need to have followers. It's not like Facebook, it's not like Instagram. You're going to use the hashtag. Okay? So the person who makes the highest tweets, highest number of tweets, and has the highest number of engagement, you go home with something. Hope you know PHP devs are millionaires in dollars. So won't say you go back with something. Okay, so take a selfie with your friend. Let's do that. Let's do that. Take a selfie with your friend. Android users, don't be ashamed. All right. There's Android though. Yeah. If you're using Pixel, you're not using Android. You're using Android. All right, so just go on Twitter.
There is Android and then there is Samsung.
So the hashtag is PHPConnect. If you make a post and you have, so you make a tweet and you have thousands of reactions and engagement and you don't use the hashtag, you've missed out. Okay? So take a selfie, go online, make a tweet.
Please tweet. Please, I'm begging you in your tweet.
Should I give you a shortcut how to win something when it comes to tweet competition? What they need is number of tweets, Abi. So a speaker walks up, you write it up on stage, Daniel, use the hashtag. Okay, he says something, you pick it, put it up as a tweet. Before you know what's up, you've gotten like 20 tweets with the same hashtag and it is reading for you. That's the secret. So I've given you first class information now. The rest is for you to do your thing. So we're still doing it. Take a selfie. Hashtag PHPConnect. And then PHPTalks somewhere. So hashtag PHPConnect. Make a tweet. Sharp. WhatsApp status. Facebook. Please, we're international people. Facebook, we're not just for real people now. Someone say how? Okay, have we done that? Have we done that? Have we done that? Okay. Okay. Take a selfie. Okay,
I don't know why it's
tweets.
not me.
Can you hear me?
Hi Alex, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
Our next speaker is ready.
Okay. Try sharing your screen, please.
Okay. Works now.
How are we going to switch it to this? Is it coming up from here? Hold on. Switch. No, continue.
I can share again. I don't know if you
So while our
can
next
hear.
speaker is coming up, securing your PHP applications, best practices and strategies. That is Alex Garuba. I hope I pronounced that well.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex Garuba is going to be our next speaker. I would still like us to connect with each other. So the selfie you're taking, keep it. Because one day you will need it. I know that guy. That lie, you know Sabi, I'm seeing now. I know the picture with this. Has it happened to you before? Has it happened to you before? Now my guy with that lie shows proof, evidence day. Right? Okay.
Daniel said he can this thing can help us out.
So I'll just ask some persons a question. Who is less than a year in tech? Who is less than a year in tech?
Please quit. I'm begging you.
Who is less than Gloria? You're less than a year in tech. You're less than a year in tech. Okay. When did you join tech?
What's last year? Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Cyber security. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Can't you connect it to this?
I love the idea of like pain testing. Pain testing. Yeah. Penetration testing. Like,
Where is this? Where is this jack?
So he said he's in cyber security because he likes the idea of penetration testing. Who else is just
Is it
less than a year in
high
tech?
here?
You too. So what aspect of tech? So he said,
Can you hear me now?
I have to increase this guy now.
okay, Alexander, if you can hear us, please just say
I can hear
something.
you, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, Alexander. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our next speaker, and that is Alexander Garuba. He's going to teach us, or he's going to be speaking on securing your PHP applications, best practices and strategies. All right, over to you, Alexander.
Yeah. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, let me see hands up.
We can hear you. We can see you, sir.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't getting any feedback. That's why I was only hearing from the speaker. So, good morning, everyone. Oh, it's afternoon already. Good afternoon, everyone. So sorry I couldn't make it live to the event, please. I was trying to book my tickets, and the price I was saying it is more than minimum wage, and there's Akwa in town, so I couldn't make it physically. Yeah. So my name is Alexander Garuba. I'm a software engineer, but on paper, I'm the CTO at Money African Ladder. Um, Ladder is a fintech application that allows people to save
Alex, hold
money.
on.
Yep.
Hear me. Hold on. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear him? Okay, try saying something.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Okay, good, good. Continue.
Okay, yeah. So on paper, which I don't like using, the CTO at Money African Ladder. Um, yeah. So why am I saying my profession? Because it can kind of show you I have the ability to teach you what I'm about to teach you now. That is securing your PHP applications and best practices and strategies. So this kind of going to be like a hands-on presentation, also like a lot of talk. So let's start. Uh, yeah. So overview, we're going to talk about opening why security matters, common vulnerabilities, best practices, fun facts, security tools, security in action, code review time. We're going to review some code. We're going to talk about securing PHP framework, continuous vigilance, Q&A, and then conclusion. So first thing first, I'd like to welcome everyone to this world of securing PHP application. And the funny thing about this course is what I'm teaching now is it's not going to just be just a PHP. You can apply to every other application you're building, either Node.js, Rust, Go, any application you're looking at. So, so what is our goal for this particular presentation? We are trying to secure our PHP application like Fort Knox. So some of you will be asking yourself, what is Fort Knox? So Fort Knox is a building in US that is the most secure building in US. Like a fly can't enter that building. That's to tell you how secured their building is. And it's impenetrable in the sense that no one can gain access. Like if you gather audio thieves in United States to go and rob that place, they can't get access due to the amount of security that is being placed on that particular building. So so let's fasten our seatbelts and kind of learn more, and I'll kind of try to equip you with the tools and strategies to safeguard your application. I hope I'm not too fast. If I'm not too fast, let me see thumbs up.
You're not too fast.
Thank you. So now, why does security matters? So the reason why security matters is for you as a developer, it's a very bad record for people to say, oh, this person built no application one time, and after I build them, they hack them. So it's kind of spoils your reputation as a developer. So as a developer, you need to ensure your applications are very hard to crack in, very, very hard to crack in. Also, because our evil twin, that is the hackers, they like when they see an application that they can hack so that they can play around, steal people information. And most times they do sell those people information online to kind of make money out of it. But we need to also always ensure that we build our application to be impenetrable and very, very secured. So, next slide. Yeah, so what are the common vulnerabilities in a PHP application? Number one is SQL injection. So generally, SQL injection is just like a Trojan horse. If you don't know the term Trojan horse, can I see your hands up? Okay, yeah. So this is the term of Trojan. Trojan horse kind of came in the during the time of the Romans. I don't really know the story by head, but I can kind of explain it. So two group of people were fighting. So one group were like, oh, let us appease you. We are going to give you this Trojan horse to kind of appease you, like a statue, like a trophy for you to celebrate yourself. So in that horse, these people kind of hid their soldiers inside the horse, drive the horse into their enemy's defenses. The soldiers came out and killed everybody. So that's where the term Trojan horse came out from. So SQL injection is like a Trojan horse for web attack. Hackers will sneak in, malicious SQL query. If you don't know the word meaning of SQL, can I see your hands up? So I'm not speaking. Oh, everyone knows the meaning of SQL. Oh, some people don't know the meaning of SQL. So generally, when you're working with any application, you need a database. And SQL, we have MySQL, we have Microsoft SQL, and SQL is what we use to kind of get data, insert data, delete data. So hackers can tend to passing queries through your browser so that they can mess up your entire application. Someone can even say, oh, delete user, delete all tables from this to this, and voila, you lose all your tables. Another one is cross-site scripting. This is also kind of related to SQL injection, but just like passing malicious and script into your web pages. So in this sense, instead of passing SQL queries, I can either pass a PHP code or a JavaScript code to kind of mess up the entire application. Another one is cross-site request forgery. This is This is kind of related to CSRF and is also kind of tricking your system to perform actions without user knowledge or consent unknown to you. So to the next slide. Yeah. So the next slide is we still have more vulnerabilities. We have file inclusion vulnerabilities. This is when the hackers try to get vulnerabilities to include files into your remote server. Now, let me explain how this works. So the hacker can send in a malicious file like a Python script, a JavaScript file, a PHP script with its own code to kind of run some things in your code base. You might want to delete all your files, get all your data, and send it to himself. That's how that works. Another one is code injection, which is kind of similar to SQL injection. It allows the attacker also to put a malicious code into your system and mess up with your entire system. Now, the last one, these are just common. There are still other vulnerabilities. These are the common ones that we know. Is authentication and session issues. So this can allow unauthorized users to gain access to your application. So most times when we build applications with three roles in mind. We have the admin, the normal user, and let's say an editor. So a user can kind of um, confuse the system that is an admin, then make admin changes that it's not meant to do, but it's just a user. So these are the kind of common vulnerabilities we have. So now we are going to talk about the best practices on how to avoid this. Number one is updates, updates, updates. I really can't talk about this too much. You need to always update. Sometimes I laugh at when I see developers that don't even update their laptops or their mobile phones security updates. I just laugh at them because you need to update every day. I think sometime last month, Apple discovered a security issue in their OS and they released an update. And I'm sure so many people using iPhone have not yet updated their devices. So you need to always update because most times we have in hackers, I should have explained this. We have three kind of hackers. We have who we call the white hackers. We have the black hat hackers, and we have the gray hat hackers. So the white hat hackers are the good guys, the black hats are the bad ones, and the gray are kind of in between. It depends on their mood. They can be white, they can be black. So the white ones kind of hack applications every day and see vulnerabilities and kind of release it to people to kind of fix those issues. Now the next one is validate users' input. I can't boil down on this too much. Always validate your users' input. Even though your user is a reverend father, validate his input because you can't trust anybody. There's a saying that you need to treat your user as if he's a thief. You can't trust anybody, even though it's an in-house software. Validate users' input. It's a must. You must do that because should in case somebody else gets their details and start messing with it, you need to validate user details all the time. Don't trust your users. Why am I saying this? Sometime last year, someone was able to get access to nibs. I don't know who I've heard of nibs before. If you've heard of nibs before, let me see your hands up. Okay, everybody have heard of nibs. Nice. So nibs is just like for you to send money from GT to access, you need nibs. So somebody was able to get access to nibs through somebody else's details and was making kind of checking through the entire system. But because they didn't validate users' inputs, they kind of missed that person for a long time until they finally caught the person. So that is why you need to treat your users as strangers, even though your user is your mother or father, you need to still treat that person as a stranger. So now the next thing is using prepared statements. Now this is just for SQL queries. You need to kind of prevent SQL injection attack. You need to kind of use prepared SQL statements. Next slide. Other side of best practices need to escape output data so that if your user kind of had malicious stuff, you don't need to expose everything. You just need to escape the output data to make it safe for you. And another step is to implement strong password policies so that if your user decide to use password as password, you need to stop that, do another kind of password. You need to ensure your users provide very, very strong passwords. And also on your end, don't use very poor hashing algorithm. When I say hashing algorithm, we have poor ones like MD5, which WordPress still used till now. I don't know why. You need to kind of use very strong hashing algorithm so that the password, even though when it's leaked, somebody cannot unhash it to see what's inside that password. So that is why you need to use strong hashing algorithms. The next one is to sanitize and filter data. Like I said, it's just kind of similar to validate user input. You need to ensure all your users' data are sanitized and filtered out for um, any malicious codes. And the last one is to employ the principle of last privilege. That means only grant necessary permissions to users, processes, system, and all. So that means if an admin is meant to delete a page, a user should never have a access to that kind of thing, no matter what happens. If a user goes to that page, you just throw an error like um, um, unauthorized and all any error. A user should not have an admin privilege to carry out that kind of practice. So now we are going to go into fun facts. Yeah. So like Elisha spoke about, PHP originally stood for personal homepage, and now PHP is hypertext processor. That means it's still your personal responsibility to keep your application secured. It's your personal responsibility. It's not your user's responsibility. It's not your hosting provider responsibility. It's your responsibility because you are building the application. So next slide. Now we're going to talk about security tools. Now these are kind of tools that will ensure our application stays very secured. The first one, we have PHP security scanner. So this kind of scan through your code to see vulnerabilities and kind of help you sort them out. A quick hack is what you can use is you can use ChatGPT. You can drop your code on ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to kind of pick out the vulnerabilities and also help you to kind of optimize your code. That is one hack. Another one is to use firewalls. Firewalls are very important. You can see firewalls, you can set up firewalls in your servers like Nginx to kind of help you filter incoming traffic and block any malicious requests. So, like, let's say in the case a hacker is trying to overload your server request, so you can say, oh, if this user has tried this particular endpoint 50 times in 1 minute, block this user. That is an example of firewall. Hope I'm not too fast.
No, you're not too fast.
Okay, thank you. The next one is to use security headers. This is kind of to kind of add additional layer of defense into your web pages. And the last one is the Open Web Application Security Project. It kind of give you resources on how to help you secure your application and all. Um, yeah. So the next one, still on security tools. Um, we just need to know to really, really, really secure your web project. Also, you need to also employ the use of code review. I can't really boil and talk to a little of code review. When I say code review, you look for somebody like higher than you in your career. I think I'm off. Yeah, look for someone higher than you in your career, then give the person your code base, tell the person to review your code, to pick out issues from your code, and from that you can kind of learn more and also know what to avoid when writing codes. And next slide, code review time. Yeah. So the first, I'm going to share this link to kind of show you two codes. The first link is showing some very fishy code, and the second one is kind of showing us how to work on those codes. Yeah. Uh, that, that, that. Good enough for everyone, or is it too dark over there? Can everybody see it there?
No. Can you zoom in a bit? Can you zoom in a bit? Or you
Can you
change
still
the
see
text
it?
white?
Text white.
Yes.
Can I change text white? Yeah. Sorry, I like dark mode. I didn't know that this would be an issue.
Okay, it's using sandbox. You can't.
Oh,
Settings.
da, 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 da. Uh,
Yes. Is that better?
Perfect now. Sorry. Yeah. So these are, I have three code snippets here, kind of showing you what the kind of vulnerability we have in these various code. Now, the first one, we have SQL injection vulnerability. So what is happening here? I'm getting the input from the user through here, and the next one, I'm making a query saying select all from user where username is equals to this and taking the result. Now, to you, this code looks okay and safe, but this code is actually prone to an SQL injection. Now, the next one is this. To you, it looks very harmless. Welcome name. So this could be welcome Alexander. If a normal user uses this was meant to, what is meant to show, but for a very bad user, this code is unsafe. Now, the next one is section management. Now, what is going on here? We are saying starting the session, if this user is not set, go to login and exit. To you, this code looks safe, but there's a lot of issues in this code. Now, let's look at the solution to this code. So I think I can do this. Yeah. Can you also see it?
Yes.
Yeah, no. So now look at this and look at this. Can you notice anything different?
Yes.
So now the difference is here. MySQLi real escape string. Now this is us sanitizing whatever the user passing here, so that we can clean out any suspicious thing and make our query and be safe. Now, the second one, can we notice anything different?
Encode UTF-8.
Now, if you notice, we added this HTML special characters. So now this is kind of stripping out any malicious thing and also the end codes with the UFT8 just for encoding. But this is kind of what is doing the major load here, cleaning out everything from the code and from what we are trying to echo out and make it all clean and presentable. If the user passed something suspicious, he will see whatever he passed suspicious, but it's not affecting our code base. We're just showing what we have, but it's clean up. Now the last one is this. Can you notice anything different?
Yes. Session destroy.
Yeah, section destroy. We started the session, but we noticed this user is not available, so we just destroy the session. But here We didn't destroy the session. We just continue. So that means we still carry the session to the login page, but we're meant to actually destroy the session. So this is just like a little preamble of um, code review of vulnerable code and safe code. So
Hope
back,
you guys are understanding. Just look, I will explain later. Just look.
do you understand or I should
Caramba,
explain?
keep on, keep going, keep going.
Okay, yeah. So now we're going to talk about securing our PHP framework. So we have various PHP framework, like was mentioned, but the most popular ones are Laravel and Symfony. They are the kind of trusted sidekicks in the web for the PHP ecosystem. I do love when people say PHP is not scalable, PHP is not this and all, but I laugh at them because I know a company that is making over $1 billion using PHP, and they're not suffering. They're using PHP and they're making over $1 billion. And the funny thing is, they are currently using PHP to build an e-commerce application, and they are working very well without any issues. So when anybody tell you PHP cannot scale, PHP is this, PHP is that, now I actually don't like diving into discussions concerning which language is better. My own is, if you build it, does it work? Yes. Are users complaining? No. Then you're fine. So why should you secure a PHP framework? Yeah, Laravel and Symfony, they have built-in security features already. That's the beautiful thing about them. You don't need to bother yourself about security, but you need to follow their security when building. You don't need to over-engineer or take out the security to build your own security. You need to follow their own security and build your code on it. And already they offer CSRF protection, user validation, ORM to safeguard SQL injection and all, which you don't need to worry yourself about, but you still need to follow the implementation so that you don't bring in security issues to your code. And the last thing is to keep them secured, you need to update them regularly, update the framework. You need to avoid using custom security solution, like I said, and you need to not install anyhow third party package you see. Like you want to do something, you can install one package for it, and you want to do like I saw there's a Node.js package I saw to do addition. I like, why do you need to install a package you add two digits when you can just actually write it in your code base? So there are like so many unnecessary packages, but some people will still install packages. But if you work for very big organizations, before you install any package, you need to go through series of meetings before you install the package because you don't want to bring in security vulnerability um, to their code base. So the next thing is continuous vigilance. Like, what do you need to do? So just like maintaining car and your house, your PHP application security requires regular check-ins and maintenance. You don't just build a code today and it's working well, and in your head, oh, this code is working well, no need to update. Now you need to update every day because every day people kind of see security issues, and they kind of make those patches, and you need to kind of add those patches to your code and make your code run faster. So think of also code audits. You need to audit your code. For PHP, we have something called PHP stand. We run analysis on your code to kind of see loopholes in your code, then fix those loopholes so that your code doesn't have any issues in the long run. For the third thing, security is not just the responsibility of one person, it's for everyone. Your front end person need to be your front end developer needs to be hooked up on security, because if you are securing the back end, you must also secure the front end. I might say this and you sound funny, but the designer too needs to know security too, so that you can design flows on how to make the application secure. Because if a designer kind of designs something that is unsecured, the front end person will follow that unsecured workflow, also the backend. So security is like for everyone. The project manager must also know security. The digital marketer himself, you also know security also, so that you don't bring in malicious code into the application just to get numbers go high. So security is for everyone. And lastly, security is not all about building an impenetrable fortress and forgetting about it. You need to maintain what you are building day in, day out. You don't sleep on security. For Ladder, um, even though Ladder is working well, I always make security updates like every day, because if people money disappears, my trust that they will come and hold, and I don't have any way to run to. So security is very, very important. And what else? Yeah, Q&A. Does anyone have any question for me to answer? Then I'll answer a question, or I don't know how it's going to be done. Maybe you just send the questions through the admin, send it to me, then I'll answer and paste it somewhere. Yeah, thank you. That's all from me.
Any question?
All right, thank you so much, Alexander. So if you have any question, I think you forward it to Elisha, then he takes it up to Alexander. We are cool. And we're going to play a game. It's very simple, but it's going to stretch your creativity. This is what we'll do. I'll make a statement or a sentence, and then you start your sentence with the last word I say. I'll make a statement, then you start your own sentence with the last word I say. And the next person will start with the last word you say until we get to the last person. I just had God, I beg. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
I hope you're having a nice time. Yeah, I'm having a nice time. No?
No.
I hope you're having a nice time. You're supposed to start with time. Oh, yes. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes.
I hope you're having a nice time.
Actually, the time is 12:32.
No. No. Don't say your first word should be time. I hope you're having a nice time.
Time is 12:32.
12:32? No, it's 12:33.
Three is the best time to interact in PHPConnect.
Connect with everyone you see.
Connect with everyone you see, okay? So it's how we see.
See us at PHPConnect today.
Tomorrow, okay? Oh, you said tomorrow, so no one said tomorrow.
Today is Saturday.
No, you said tomorrow. We said today. Okay, so
Today is still Saturday.
Saturday is the day before Sunday. Sunday, I'll use the hashtag PHPTalks to tell everyone about what I learned. Sunday, I'll use the hashtag PHPTalks to tell everyone on Twitter about what I learned today.
connect with us on social media pages. Social media
Pages is actually something that PHP has from the personal home pages.
Output calls duly unobserved. Okay, there's one space there for Bella. I had to break to tell you guys that we have the girl at the back. Please, what's your name? Oh, you're Christian and Peter. Amazing. So we have people at an overflow over there. So whatever you're doing, have it in mind that we do. And then I'm using the mic again to say thank you everybody for showing up. And please ensure you learn PHP. We started with welcome to PHP, then why PHP, and then we went on that tedious security. Most of you didn't even understand what happened there, but it's all right. You're nodding your head. So the next one will be amazing, and then the next and the next. Connect with someone. You might meet your life partner.
What was the last person? What page?
Pages of the books are.
Yeah, go ahead. One page. Let's make it fast. One page. One page. This is like. Yes.
Yes.
Prayer never does not give you anything. One page. One page is the front page. Okay. Of what? Front page of what? Front page. Okay.
Front page of TMZ showed my face.
Front page of TMZ. Show your face. So this is the last one. Okay.
Face as how.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Yes.
Not a question. This is the last one.
Doing is an action.
Word.
Words are what's Word is what we are using now.
Now.
Yeah, now I'm here. Now we are doing something.
Something is bad.
Something is bad. Bad. Everything is good. It was bad.
Bad, he said. Bad, he said.
Okay. Say. The last one is say.
Set is not actually concrete. Build anything from an abstract. Set is not actually concrete. Build anything from an abstract word.
The word. Okay.
Words of automation.
Okay, so that I want to see my pictures later. Okay. So affirmations, right?
Affirmation words should be used daily.
Daily or daily? Daily.
You need to write that.
Please don't put ideas in anyone's head. Work.
Work is what we do to get money.
Money.
Money is essential.
Sorry?
Money is essential.
Money is
Essential.
essential. Okay, essential.
Essential is a word.
Shall we put a contact question?
Word of God.
God is good.
Good things last. I can never be the last. Last night.
The way it's supposed to be. Yes, yes, I've just done it. Yes. No. What I mean is this. Have you found it? This one go to mic.
It's daytime now.
Speaker, earphone here, mic. So those guys they cannot hear. That's all.
Now.
So this is the
You guys tell me again.
Make sure this is charging. Make sure this is charging. That's the thing.
Now,
That's why you have phone charger. That phone charger.
Connect with everyone. Connect with everything.
Phone charger. You have phone charger.
Everything coexists because PHPConnect coexists.
Confirm from the Google Meet if it is using Connaissance IX. That would be
Coexist in peace.
This is good. Good?
I don't think so.
So go into the world and multiply. Multiply 2 times 2.
So happy. One way to learn PHP is to build a community. Community learning.
yes.
Leadership is
So she's the community manager. If I give her community, she will boss her. So I have to like switch things up.
cheating. Leader of the House of
So let's representative next. Okay? Representative, please. Representative. No, representative after you just said then.
Representative of the house of God.
Okay, God, okay? God, I beg.
God made all things in his own image and likeness. The
Likeness, okay? And which likeness? What's that? Likeness.
Likeness and light.
Okay, likeness and light, okay?
Lighting the wall.
Light.
That sound is not still going like it's going like so. Did you change the mic?
Okay, light.
Do you think the mic to use call?
Light shining.
Light shining.
Shining in the wall.
Silence in the wall. Oh, yes. What about wall, okay, well, wait.
God is big.
Yes, it is big. So big. Can't tell me big. Big, okay.
Big is large.
Big is large.
Large, large plate of food.
Something like.
Food is essential for life.
Of course. Like
It's beautiful.
beautiful. Beautiful, okay?
Beautifully made.
Beautiful.
Beautiful speaker.
Beautiful speaker.
Speaker is a man. Speaker is a man.
Not the speaker. Speaker.
Speaker spoke spark.
Spark. Spark, yes. Explain, guy.
Spark is this event.
Spark is this event. Event.
Events where they never share food. There is life beyond food.
I didn't hear anything you say.
Food is
No. So the last one is no. All right.
Look like glory.
No like glory.
Glory is what every man should look up to. Glory is what every man should look up to, isn't it? All right, so next time, I'm going to tell you something about the content. And it was
You guys are not here.
All right, so we're going to call our next speaker.
Okay. So my country is low. My son was
How many of us? How many of take journey from Start Innovation Home? I don't mean new generation. I don't mean new generation. So the person I'm going to call now is a man that, if you please this man, if he tells you your code is beautiful, but eventually he says it. If he tells you you're doing well, just know that you're doing well. This is a person who corrects you in a way that you must be better. He called me one day and he told me, that was when I was starting my digital marketing journey though, as a social media manager. He told me your contents are dry. I cried. I went back home and I cried. But you see what happens is, when he tells you something and then you go and work on it, he'll keep an eye on you. And once you're good, he tells you you're improving. Okay? So many people, is a bus here. So many of us who started from Startup, we love Mr. D so much. And most times we try not to stay in his presence, because if he sees you, what are you working on? What is this? This is nonsense. Okay? But sometimes he tells you it is beautiful. So this is a person who has been instrumental to our growth. And if you want to be great, stay close to Mr. D. So we thank God he's here with us. He's a father in the tech ecosystem. That's why I said most of you new generation startup members, you may not know Mr. D. But the person sitting close to you, knows Mr. D so much. So we, the old cargos, we know Mr. D so much. So it's going to be talking about community and collaboration in the PHP ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I know your hands are not busy. Wait now, wait. I know your hands are not busy. I want you to speed up your clap such that he will run to the stage. At the count of 3. 1, 2. Okay, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't like being called sir. My name is David. If I can tell you, if you call me sir, you pay 500 naira each time. Yeah. Take notice, why you pay 500 naira. So, yeah, that's why they chose to call me Mr. D. I like it. And most of the things they are saying about me is actually true. Okay, today I'll be talking about community and collaboration. Okay. So, when they reached out to me, I said that there was going to be a physical event. I've been following up PHPTalks and what Daniel, Elisha, and the rest have been doing, and really interesting. And I said, the first physical event I have to be here. Because if you want to say who is the father of PHP in you, it has to be me. If you have any other person that wants to see that, I want to see the person. So, I want to talk about community and collaboration in tech ecosystem. There's a reason why I changed it from PHP ecosystem to tech ecosystem. You see it as a progress. Because community and collaboration. How many people write PHP here? If you write PHP, let me see your hand. PHP. WordPress is still PHP. WordPress, PHP, any other thing that is related to PHP. Okay. How many? Can I use my fingers to count? If you don't know what PHP is or you don't write PHP, let me see your hand. There are so many of them. We know what it is. Okay, that's nice. Right, you know now, right? Okay, okay, great. So, my name is David Nyangeto. I like to be called that. Next slide, please. And right now, I'm a senior software engineer at Receive, building SaaS. One time I was a co-founder. One time this, one time that. I was supposed to be the CEO, but I referred to myself as the hiring and firing manager of Jiggle. So I can hire you today and fire you tomorrow. It doesn't matter. But you will learn. I was once a lecturer. Who knows who Yobong here? Yobong. I had a few of my staff. I had a few of my students start up. I ran away to write PHP. And I was writing PHP before I became a lecturer. So. I was at Start Innovation Hub. Who are the new guys in Start Innovation Hub now? You're currently in Start Innovation Hub and you don't know me, you've never met me. You, okay. Well, you. Okay. But you heard about me. Do not. That's that. All right. Yeah, so I studied mechanical engineering at the University of Port Harcourt. And that's when I started learning how to write code. Before my final year, I was a consultant and a student at the same time. There are some things I will talk about. So, next slide, please. No, go back. You have skipped 3 slides. This is blank. Okay, they don't like me, so they decided to mess with two of mine. So the first one, the next slide we were supposed to talk about. There are two images.
One of the images.
No.
Yeah, another one.
Go on. Yes, two. Okay. So they have refused to project it. So it's like this. So if you can see anything, you see the individual developer on one side, and then you see the team. When I started, we used to have what we call a webmaster. Then a webmaster does everything. You will do graphics, you write JavaScript. JavaScript was limited. Write HTML, and that's why I like to be referred to as the full stack HTML developer because all my life I've been writing HTML. So if you know HTML, you can tell yourself that you're a developer. Forget any other thing, then you know how to write PHP or not. So you're a developer, right? Tell anybody if you know how to write HTML, write one web page. After all, everything is maybe a web page. There is no app, no matter how complex it is, that does not have HTML and CSS. There is none in the world. No matter whether it's bank app, internet banking, complex thing, you use it. Even your ATM machine, the ATM machine uses HTML and CSS. So you have one individual that is in one place that will take a whole project and build from beginning to the end. That same person is the content writer, is the front end and the back end, is the graphics designer, is the architect, is the database, whatever. That's how it used to be. But there has been serious evolution. And then we have the development teams. So you are either, I'm not happy that this is not showing. So you are either a lone developer or you are part of a team. When you are part of a team, that's what happens now. When I started out, I was a lone developer, so I've lived both lives. Why am I talking about this? It's because I want to talk about community and collaboration. So for most of you, this is the first event you have attended. If this is your first tech event, please let me see your hand. Carry the hand now, don't be shy. All right. What happens after now is the most important thing in your life. Changes everything. If you choose. So when you are a lone developer, you are inside, you are in one corner, you are doing everything alone, nobody to talk to. Imagine that you were born into one village, one big, really large village or one really large forest, and it's just you. If you don't have nobody to talk to, you don't know the time of the day, you can't ask anybody. That is the life of a lone developer. But now you have teams, you have communities. And then there is the part of a lone developer is one person that is in one lonely room, working alone. So if you hear noises, nobody is talking. But this is the future. This is now. This is the future. If you look at this image, you will see that you have different hands from different ethnicities. They are from different countries and different continents. And that's why you hear more often now people talking about remote work, and you get to work with people from different countries and different continents. Next slide.
Next slide.
So let me share a bit about my development timeline. I actually started writing HTML in 2003, and in 2004 I collaborated to build the first University of Port Harcourt website with one Chris, there was a lot of suffering then. So you have, and then we are dealing with what we call a CMS framework that was called Mambo at the time. Who knows Joomla? You know Joomla. Good. So Mambo, it was Mambo before they changed it to Joomla. So that's what we built the first version of the website with. And I remember one night we were trying to deploy the thing to production, and there was an error. There is nothing I could do. I spent the whole day, the whole night. I could not figure out how the database was not connecting, was throwing errors. There was nobody to ask. And I wasted hours and went home to eat, came back the next day and got it done. That is the trouble living. So this side of my story is before the community. This side of my story is after the community. So I kept on from building website with Joomla. I now started playing with templates. And that's how I made PHP. And I started learning how to write PHP. In the process of learning how to write PHP, some consultants came to mess up post UTME, and I was called. I did the first project. That was the first production. And I'll tell you, very beautiful thing that happened was that we launched the application, it was working, and I introduced the one thing that they call, is there anybody here that has gone to Unicode before? That studied Unicode? You? Post UTME. You wrote post UTME. Huh? Which year? 2011. I think I was still there then. So when you register for post UTME, what happens is that when you register, you are going to get, when you finish your registration, you are going to know exactly where you are going to write the exam, right? Huh? That was my innovation. I created it in 2007. It's still being used till today. So this is the background. What happened was that whenever they want to rewrite post-UTME exams, people will gather in some place that is called the competition arena. You gather there in the morning, and one lecturer will come from somewhere, carry placard and say, one cardboard and say, computer science department, follow me. Mechanical engineering, follow me. Economics, follow me. If you are not there at that time, you have no idea. So I said, we can't, if we want to solve the problem, this is what we are going to do. I'll tell you the day we launched that automation of seed numbering system, I did the final deployment by 4 a.m., went to bed by 5 a.m. By 7 a.m., the server crashed. I woke up to see over 50 something missed calls, and I went back. But that changed a lot of things. So while that, after that, I was running the student portal, and around 2010, they did not like the shape of my nose. I did not like the shape of their nose. I left. So I came back to you. And between 2011, 2010 and 11 that I was in New York, I was a lone developer building stuff for people. Nobody knew me. I did not know anybody in New York. Nobody. That's the life without community. It was really lonely. And yeah, I was in my house. So what happened was that one day I had no idea what I was looking for. And I saw one event about start innovation. I said, what's this? Let me go find out. And then I went to Oran Street and met Mr. Hansen. And then we talked. We had a very interesting conversation. And then I joined Federal Polytechnic Okana as a lecturer during that period, and then did my first community event, which was Polymer, Introduction to Polymer at Stanford, and became gradually active in the community. That's how I got to join GDG, and so many things happened. That's how. Now I'll tell you what happened when I joined Start Innovation Hub. Mr. Hansen was writing Java and Android at the time. So most of the people that were at the hub were doing mobile. And if you know, at that time, Sikak joined, Lydia Masipo came. So whenever students come from computer science department in you also come and do internship. I was like, okay, we have two tracks, the mobile track and the web track. And what happens is that it was me and 1.5 person that was not even interested. And then you look at the mobile team, there were so many of them. So everybody keeps going. I'm like, what's going on here? Everybody wants to learn mobile. I was alone. I was trying to convince them, PHP. Well, I'll tell you one funny thing. Just like a drinking bar. You go to a bar and you see one or two or three are gathered, you leave the bar. But when you go where you have crowd, they say, please find me seat, you sit down. That's what happened. I don't know how God did it for me, but it took time. It took time to actually get people to want to learn PHP, to learn web development. And when it happened, mobile people are just looking at. You see this, you see like from here to that place, PHP web, and then you just see 2 or 3. I did it. So that's how I actually brought PHP, and I was writing PHP, trying to mentor a couple of people, and that mentored others. I no longer mentor people again. The people I mentor should mentor the rest, and they should keep mentoring. So yeah, and what that happened was that I became, this part of my life was about communities. I became involved in contributing to the community, sharing my experience, sharing my knowledge, mentoring people, teaching them how to use certain tools. And I also benefited a lot because it exposed me to a lot of projects, and I joined HNG internship not because I think it was when the internship was almost over that I now realized that I wasn't a learner. I was far experienced than any other person that was in that thing. But I joined to have a feel of what it means to be in that. But I'll tell you that it was through that HNG internship that I got my first remote job. And one of the things I was talking about some of the benefits, but I became part of Facebook Dev Circle, and I spoke at BizSpace. There are so many other communities I've been part of. And in 2021, I took a step back. I became less active in the community. I only speak at certain events so that I can give some room for Ethiopia and if Daniel. I did not know that Daniel was going to last. Elisha and the rest. I did not call you. So to give them room, and it's interesting to turn around to see them grow, to mentor a lot of people. Putting this much energy to mentor so many people. And that is community. So let me tell you one other thing before I move to the next slide. One other thing is because right now I'm a senior software engineer. I wouldn't have had a chance to be anything in tech if not because of what? Community. PHP was developed by community. Linux was developed by community. When I started, people used to pay money for what's this place? No, not IMF5. There's one Indian company that have you heard of Aptech? Yes, NNIT. They used to pay loads of money to learn Oracle, to learn this thing. And PHP was free. They said PHP is free, you cannot get anything. Facebook was built with PHP. Some part of PHP is still run with that. Shopify is built with PHP. There are so many good tools that's run by PHP. And PHP is what opened up my career. And what I always tell most people is that you don't need to learn all the languages. You don't need to know all the languages. I have one philosophy. I learn one thing, you pay me to learn the next one. Every other thing, I use the one that I have. I started my career with HTML and CSS. That's all. So I had a project, and that project was paying, and that project is what led me to learn PHP.
Hallelujah.
And that same, I was still doing PHP until now said, okay, now you have to write JavaScript and TypeScript. I said, okay, how much are you paying? They say we are paying really good money. I said, okay, let's go ahead. And that's how it is. So there is a lot of hype everywhere. These guys that have started their career with PHP, they are doing great things. Next slide. So that's much about me. So this is what happens when you are in a community and you are collaborating. You can actually be in a community and you are not collaborating with everybody. You just come to this event, you don't talk to anybody, you mind your business, and you go home the way you came. If you are going to this event, you need to talk to somebody, you need to connect, male or female. You need to connect. If you don't get one thing, you must get one thing before you go back. And this is how it goes. You have somebody holding your hand. Please, next slide, let me see. Do you see the loan developer? This is loan developer. So when you solve, you try to figure out that you get tired, you sit down here. There's no helping hand. You just sit down with your back, and then you hold your head like this. Go back to the previous slide. Can you see what happens? So instead of sitting down here, there's somebody to hold your hand. And what it means is that when you're part of the community, you need to hold somebody's hand. You need to turn around and look at the next person. It means don't ever think that somebody is going to look down on you. Even if the person is looking down on you, it's not your business as long as you get what you need. And that's why if you are part of this community, if this is your first event, next event, if you see anything, volunteer to share food. At least if you share food, you share soft drink, you take two. Volunteer. Next slide. Yeah, so you see the loan guy. Do you want to be this guy? So what happens is that when you are this guy, you find your project. All that money will come to you. Perfect. But how long will it take you to climb to this top to get all that money? When you burn out. There is one guy that built one app. Some guy that Mr. Hanson knew many years back built desktop app. That's why I never liked desktop apps. So if you install it in 3 different cities, you have to go to those different locations to manage. So this guy built this app and so many people were using it. Desktop app. So each time they call him to maintain, there's an error, you go here to maintain. The guy died. So many years ago.
All right.
You are here, you have no small PhD, you have no small app development. You want to chop the money alone. You don't want to carry anybody along. Only you. You say you are full stack. You are doing front end, you are doing back end, you are doing digital marketing, you are doing content development. You will die. I will come right to your burial. Very well, very well. We'll come as a community and mourn you, and then I don't ever forget the rice and beer. Say, please give me one bottle of beer, let me drink. You can't mourn like that. Next slide, please. So, why join a developer community? Sorry, a tech community. There are so many. Why? To get support and motivation when you see what people do. I think Daniel actually joined Start Innovation Hub when he was still in secondary school. I'm not sure he went to SS3 then. He's YF then. I'm not sure. I think he was still in secondary school. When you see what people do, I started writing HTML in my year one. And I will tell you, by my year three, I was using take money to pay my school fees and live comfortably. It was a different time then. I know a lot of guys that came to Start Innovation Hub to come and do IT, and they struggled to go and collect their certificate, just like me. They were no longer interested in certificate. They said, let's think, what's the next job? Let me do. Where is the Elisha? I would have asked him whether he has collected the job. They has even gone to NYC. Yeah. So my mates graduated in 2009, but I think around 2014 that they asked me to, where is that your certificate? Where is your degree? And I said, maybe it's like I have it too. I went to school. I said, do you people still have my degree? I collected and kept it. I've never used it for anything. But that doesn't mean that you should not go to school. Please go to school, get a degree. You will get support and you get motivation. It's not competition in the community. Just because the other guy has started one job and is making a lot of money and we are not making, it does not mean that the two of you are competing. Our paths are different. This guy that just came how many days ago to take community, he bought my book. I was still using my debt. Was I complaining? He carries my book to come and bully me. Come back. Come back. So you're not competing with anybody, but you get support. Look at the benefits of that. You get motivated when you see people come to talk here. The only thing I will say to you is that just tell yourself that you see that place that Mr. D is standing, I will stand there next year and I will speak. Share your experience. Knowledge sharing. You need to share what you know. You need to share what you know. That's what happens in the community. You need to also ask. Don't be too shy to ask. You need to ask the next person. Ask the next person. How far? After all, sorry, I almost said all of you. Who doesn't write expo here? Try. I know there are very few now.
Try.
There are very few now.
Try. Now we are few.
Networking opportunities, you have the opportunity to meet people that you wouldn't have met. Now I've seen you. If you stop me anywhere and say, hey, we met at PHPTalks, I will know you, right? When somebody, and another important thing, let me talk about this one before I talk about that. Visibility and progressive growth. You need to be visible. We need to know what you are doing. When you are in your house, nobody knows what you are doing. If I have a PHP project now, I'll call Alicia, I'll call Daniel, because I don't write PHP again. Right? If Alicia is looking for advice on hiring and firing, he can call me.
I'm married.
Oh, at marriage.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Why you look me? I'm married.
so you need to, yeah, I do that a lot. So you need to be visible. People need to see. It's only when I joined Start Innovation Hub that they knew, has now knew, like, oh, so I have a mobile background, you have a web background. That's when we started taking projects, web-based projects. And funny enough, there were so many big web-based projects. And when Iskime joined, he was a WordPress specialist. So it's easy for you to collaborate and take the project and then work together. It makes sense to work with people, find out what they are doing, right? If you're doing digital marketing, content writing, if you're also, even if you're dancing on TikTok, it's still something, it's still tech. You never know when it's useful. Yeah, we're dancing on TikTok, right? Extra push to do more. You get the extra push from the community. When you see like, it's, when you are reading alone in your room, and then you go to the library and then you now start discussing a particular past question, and you find out that it's like I'm not been reading. You go home and intensify the effort. That is what happens. When you are in a particular class and then you see, you come to see, for instance, if you're in a front-end class, you come to see what the person is designing, and you're like, what have you been doing since? You put more effort. You are pushing the next person. But I'll tell you what, forget negative competition. Only positive competition. You are not actually competing with anybody. Challenge yourself to be better than yourself. See, my head is very big. They bring very few people in this room that have the size of my head. And there are so many things inside that head. So if you carry your small head and you want to come and consume the information I have, your head will blow. So stay in your lane. I'll tell you one thing. One of the things that happened to me while in the university, there is this my friend we used to go to tutorial class together, and then one day we wrote test. I was reading this guy's notes. The guy scored 38. I scored 83. I couldn't show the guy my results. Why? My head and his head, they are two different things. You need to understand. You need to understand. And this guy was one guy that would read from morning till night. Me, I read 2 hours. After that, I find beer, drink, and sleep. So you need to encourage yourself, get that extra push, and do. Next slide. So these are some of the communities I've been part of. I attended the first Laravel Nigeria, and the first community I was in was Joomla community. I used to be Koli, DevSecOps. I did HNG internship with I think 2. I'm part of Ibom, and so many other things I spoke at open source. Oscar. Yes. Yeah, 2020. Excellent. Yeah, so what do you get from collaborating? If you look at it, there are so many things. You get awareness, changes, passion, possibilities. You partner with people, find out people that you can partner with. If you can't grow economically in tech, you can grow emotionally. It's still good. When we started tech, there were no ladies. It used to be boring. Now I'm happy that we have ladies. So if you try this tech, try, it's not working. You find relationship anyhow. So at least they say if you are a babe and you go to university, if you don't get a degree, carry belly, that one, you come back with a certificate. It's not me. So yeah, there is lots you can see, you can create together, you can innovate, you can get involved in a lot of things. Most importantly, why don't forget that you can be in a community without collaboration. The only thing we encourage is collaborating with the community. Don't see the next person as your competition. Nobody's competing with you. Hmm? If you decide to collaborate with people, they chop your money. Forget it. Move to another person. My money has gone so many places in a very long time. I don't get bothered. I've done job with somebody when it was time to pay money. I did not even know that they paid the money. My person had told me, how far you are chopping money? Oh. I said, which money now? He said, he called the amount of, I said, wait, from where now? He said they paid that money. I'm like, okay. I did another one. It was there. He said, you don't know that project money that guy is bought that brand new car. I said, okay, still very nice. I move forward. It's the problem with black man. So you collaborate, they do you move forward, keep going. You'll find somebody. Yeah. It's just like these days. I don't know how you guys are. I'm lucky I'm married. If you guys you're inside a relationship, the next thing they break your heart, you just keep going. Doesn't mean that you not move forward. You move forward. See this step thing, they'll break your heart many times. But you need to stay strong, collaborate with people, and don't be the one that has been busy breaking other people's heart, taking their money. Don't be the one. Don't even go to fight anybody. Just move forward. Move forward, do your thing. You are going to get much better results. Yeah. So basically, I encourage you, as you have joined this tech event, try to connect, try to learn, try to talk to people to let them know what you do, what you aspire to do, what you want to do. Get in touch with at least 3-4 people. Find events, attend. I'll tell you that I have benefited so much from the community and I've given back so much to the community. So it's one thing benefiting from the community, don't be a parasite, also give back to the community. I've mentored people across software development, content development, graphics design, whatever you can think of, I have. But now, like I said, since 2021, I've taken a step back a little bit, and because they don't like I am, it doesn't like the shape of my nose. They say they say I'm too rude. Yeah, so thank you very much for the opportunity to meet you guys. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Or the food is distracting you? All right. Thank you guys. It was a Why are you going back?
What's to go find live?
You have a question? Why? For me.
Hope the video is good. We know we'll get this event again, but it's a snack.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, guys.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, people. Please, can you take this? Do you have our sponsors' assets? Find it. So, how many of you are learning something so far? How's the fried rice? Oh, come on. Come on. Hey, don't do that. Come on. Don't make me shy. You enjoy it, right? What? wait. How's the champ though? How's the drink, the wine and all? I know. No, don't worry. You don't have to say thank you. We have you. We have you at the back of our mind. So, so far we have learned a lot. Welcome to PHP, why PHP, securing PHP, the need for collaboration in the ecosystem. And please, I want to ask, are you learning anything? Are you learning something? Okay, so when we want to have the next one, I hope all of you come and volunteer. So I'll keep thanking you guys again and again for showing up. Those at the overflow, I see you. You're blessed. You're not forgotten. God will remember you too in Jesus' name. So are we having count now, or am I talking about the sponsors? Okay, so bring out your phones. I hope internet is okay, because somebody might just win me. You want to win me? Mini me? Daniel me? How many people got that joke? All right, so we want to play a game now, and the swag that I promised all of you, though a lot of you have gotten it already, haven't you? People don't have this thing. You don't have this thing. Okay, you want wine, Jesus? Which one? You don't have this thing.
They did not give me your.
Be like you from window enter. All right, so pull out your phones. Let's play Kahoots. What is it? Kahoots.it. Open your web browser. What are we using? Oh, we're using Quizit. We're using Quizit. How do we play Quizit? You got disconnected. They built this website with JavaScript. PHP cannot do this. No way. Please connect again or wait for you to restart your server. PHP server doesn't need restarting. You know when we start. Rebuild. NPM run dev. Okay, so to play, join myquiz.com and then you put in this code 782357. If you're online, play sharp, but you nominate someone who will give you a gift if you win. Join myquiz.com and then join code 782357. You have to register?
Yes.
Zaki, you don't have to register. Sir? No, I said bring out your phone. Are we there? Is it true that like you have to register? But they don't mention anything about registering here. To play this quiz, use any device to open joinmyquiz.com. Can I see your phone? Like you have to sign up first. Someone that hasn't signed up first, let me see. That's sad. He said he needs to register. Oh yeah, now register. While we are doing that, let's talk about our amazing sponsors. This is after you register, right? Oh, you win us. So we have our sponsors' assets. Find it. I want to spend time and talk to them. The person from Iron, please, can you come to this other hall? The guy from Iron, please come to this other hall. You guys feeling hot or cold? I like that for you guys. I need to start training people for Canada. Yes. But I don't like snakes. All right. Can we go for this, or should we still hold on? All right, holding on. You go too bad, you register, finish, you're not gonna win something. All right. So to have this event work, we had an amazing set of people come give us sponsorship to help us hold this. Iron, yes? Okay, please come. Help us hold this amazing event. Just stand anywhere, stand with me, sit with me. And then, yeah? Oh, okay. Okay. So, like I was saying, we had some persons come and then offer some sponsorship to help us float this event, the way you see it going, everything, the fried rice you're eating, the sound we're hearing, every other thing was made available by, made possible by a few set of persons. You can come to this side just so you listen. Was made available by a few persons, companies, and all of that. And this is time we want to acknowledge them and give them time to talk about their products and we sign up and use it too. So let's start with Iron.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abbas Iton. I'm a product designer and also a no-code developer. Please, we have designers in the house. Yeah. Please, designers. I don't want to be alone. I'm scared here. Everybody here developer. Okay, I'm a designer. All right, so I'm the co-founder of Iron Technology. My colleague will join me very soon. He's on his way already. So Iron is a software company. We focus on software development, both on contract, and we also have our own products. So one of our products that we have is HR Manager. One I'm putting on right now. So HR Manager is actually a human resource software for companies and for individuals who own businesses as well. So we could use HR Manager. We have so many features. We have salary payment. We have leave for leave. We have so many things that you can do with HR Manager. So we have a partnership with Flutterwave. So your finances are secured. So we do a whole lot with HR. Anything human resource can do. If you want to lay complaints, we have it on our software. And currently, we are also working on a new product which is called Requisite. It's used for managing finances. This will be up by next year. We are still working on it. So when my colleague comes, is going to say more. So, but I just have to give this away to some persons. We still have some other swaps for you guys, which will be shared by the organizers of this event. This is the only designer in the house. Design. All right. Please, I want to just give away. I don't want to waste so much time here. So this is what's my name. I mentioned my name before. You guys know me. I think you guys know me. This guy. Okay, so I said we'll be launching a new product by next year. Who can tell me the name of the product? Thank you very much.
Okay, nice. What is Iron? No, not for you, my guy, not for you. Okay, yes. Me, I've won one for myself already. You don't have to hear me for that one. Okay, so what is Iron?
Iron is a software company.
They are
into software.
Okay. For me. What does Iron do? What is HR Manager?
One of the products of
Someone should spell HR Manager. You want to spell it? Okay. Okay. All right. So they're bringing my swags. Thank you guys for answering the questions for me. I don't want to see if there's someone. Are we ready for this now? Are we ready? All right. Let me see. Have you added this code? Okay, we have 22 people in. Yes, okay. Please join.
I'm in.
Join it.
I am in.
When we get to 30, we will start. Zaki. When we get to 30, let's add down. Give me. How are you guys? Daniel, come and give this in the other room. No, don't worry. So yes, I run, I walk, I talk, I don't give.
That's corruption.
Well, I corrupt. Okay, can we start now? It's 33 people. All right, let's shoot. Bring back our display.
7.
Keep joining now till we can bring it back up and we start. Okay, let's go. 37 persons. What's happening? Let's start. I will win. Hey, you never will start. The saddest thing will be I will win losing. We can call that a Tinubu effect. Can we start now? 43 persons. For how many swag? Wait, 43 for how many 40 persons? Then we're going to tear piece by piece. Can we start? Can we start? Can we start? Please start. Read over for you. Easy. Wait. Oh, it's showing everything there.
It's not showing us. It's not showing.
Well, you blame your network. Who created PHP? Rasmus Leder. Mark Zuckerberg. When was PHP conceived? Just answer. They say it's on your phone. That's why me I like Kahoot. Keep answering, my dears.
Don't answer, finish you. Jesus.
When I say this is made with JavaScript, you know here.
Yeah, I did. Who I think they did? 2 minutes. Die there for this thing. Die plenty.
So how do we know who won?
Die plenty. There are a lot of sides.
See, just be winning. Just be
There are a
taking.
lot of sides. I don't like this.
Taking all questions. Now this is where we come in as a community and build our own using PHP. But I don't know why they're using JavaScript. Are we done now? They use Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap. What do we do?
It's ranked by how fast you answer the question. How fast you do.
Those in favor of this game say hi. Those against it say nay. Mutoto. The highs have been. Yeah. Oh, why? So you came from Pigman, come and spoil our own. So I don't think we are going to go with that stuff because I don't trust. Hold on. This is the same thing that happened with our election. Now the problem is, how did they achieve the rank? Wait, one person, please. How did No evidence now. Hold on. It's only one biscuit I'll give you till you win. Let me see. So which one did you lose? No. Where's your own? How many questions did you lose?
None.
You passed all. I was the one that lost the question. Did you? You passed all. I'm very young with. Anybody that lose one or two, I want to see something.
Who that lost all?
The thing is, I don't understand it. It doesn't look transparent. Okay, let's do this again. For me, I'm not even playing. Explain now.
Now, it's a ranking.
Mhm.
It says attended questions.
Allow.
If you got all the questions correct, that's one part. The amount of time it takes to answer each question is another part. And if you use the booster, it's another part.
Oh,
So that's why someone answered 4 questions and says something like
That guy is booster.
Okay. No, this is not 4 questions though. I think it's strict. Fine. So that means this person got the highest score out of everybody.
Use the booster.
I also answered 4 questions.
Use the booster.
Even if we are using Kahoot still has this strict booster thing. Hi Monica, how are you? Say hi to the crowd. Monica. She's a rich woman. She's single. So what do we do? Should we play it again? Oh yeah, let's play it again. No way. So what we are going to do now is, do we have the sponsors asset? So what I think we can do is, Daniel, come in here. Oh, you're there. Who is Phantom? Who is the Kanimo judge? Who is the Basifreke in Ghana? You're disqualified. Who is court detective? Phantom, Akanimo, court detective, please come. Wait, hold it. Is there ranking to refresh?
Yes.
I thought that one thing was live now.
Yes, you can refresh it.
Oh yeah, refresh now. Why not refresh this? Have we refreshed?
Jesus, 53.
You suck, you man. You're a bad boy. Hold on. Refresh it again. Is this the end? Now wait. You go refresh. End it. End the quiz.
And they go with this deal.
Now that was the BT so. You don't end up. Don't sort by accuracy, sort by score.
Sort by score, yes.
Points, score, anyone. Accuracy. It's by points now. Not submission text, score. Sort by score. Let's see points. Point that this is JavaScript, it's nothing you can tell me. We will not use it. Give us sponsors asset. Yes. So wait now, you guys have had fun, you're talking, you're You never even ask me whether I've eaten. Eh? I've not eaten. Peter keep my own share of fried rice. So yes, that being said, we've had amazing set of Joseph. You said what HR this guy does, and then for I hope extra large will size you, my dear. You like extra large. Oh! Wait. There's what God wants to do in your life, my dear. Please, can we have the sponsors asset? Yes. This is we are canceling it. What's the brand color of HR manager? The fear of losing swag. Okay, calm down. You can never allow me to choose somebody. It's purple. I've told you. It's purple. It's purple. See, there is plenty to go around. We came here prepared for you guys, starting from the fried rice, the wine, the swags, everything. So yes, you have questions. So what's going to say for you? In what year? Calm down now. In what year was Mary the Magdalene born? Okay, wait. Okay.
In what year was John the Baptist?
Mary Magdalene there.
30 BC.
No, I know. You get swag already,
So now, moving on. Are we ready? Are they there? Okay, so the next. Yes! On what day of the week did Lazarus die? See, the problem is, you people for allow me make it. Just so, what was the theme of 1, 2, 3? Just one out and we're done. What was the theme of the last PHP Talks session? It will know you. Any more? Okay. Let me phrase it again, please. I said, what was the topic of the last PHP Talks? This is PHPConnect. Okay, that's fine. You people don't know. So, yeah, I said not you, my guy. Okay, fine. Wait now. Don't you give me more? God. Okay, please.
All right, so if you want to find more about HR Manager, you can check hrmanager.com. And if you want to know about Iron Technology, ironauto.com. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so that means that's one question you guys cannot answer, and you've successfully lost this one. Yes, can we have?
I give you.
Evidence day. Always, please. Okay, let's have the sponsors up. Okay, so like I said, let this one stay. We had some amazing sponsors sponsor the events to help us put this together. And one of them is Iron, that we just had an amazing. Please put your hands together for them. That we had them come in person to grace our event. The next one, please. So the next people we have is the Pay For Me app. Pay For Me app. They came through for us. So what is Pay For Me app? if you ever have had to travel, for a lot of us that want to travel out of the country, maybe for studies and all of that, and you have to do your Form A, visa processing fees and all of that, and you go and keep it in GT Bank. Oh my God, we did it month. So you maybe GT Bank, Union Bank, Access Bank, and then you have to wait for like months before it gets processed. With Pay for Me app, you cut out all those waste of time. So they help you handle the dollar payment. What? Okay, then you can have this, just can create space for it. Just shifting like this. It's the hassle. Really? Okay. So, like I was saying, so the Form A, visa processing fees, and all the stuff that takes time, they handle that. They just take care of that. So you don't have to be worried about not meeting your school fees deadline. You know, you have your money, but you can't just get the dollar to get it done. They take care of all of that. All right? Do we understand? So go to Play Store, download, and register, and have a seamless. If you register, something might just happen. You win scholarship and you leave the country. Who knows? Next one. So Visual Talks. This is a community like us. Here we talk about, they talk about designs, event branding, personal branding, any kind of branding. So you can find them via Facebook, Instagram, and all the stuff. Miss Hansen, sir, please come in. And then it's shared by Promise Akwa. Please let's give a standing ovation for our grandfather. Please let's stand for the Oga. Thank you. Please.
Welcome.
So Mr. Hansen is the originator. Where's my seat, please? You want to know what? Yeah, so we could, like I said at the very beginning, that there were certain persons that planted the tree that helped us grow or gave the shade for us, and we grew. And also trees, we became trees ourselves, and we're also trying to plant seeds every. That sounds so bad. Yes, I know, you bad boys. So we're also trying to do the same for, bring people together, and then all of that. Without him, we wouldn't have had this. I wouldn't have been here. I'd probably be doing electrician work in the bar room for your students. I mean, 3-5. So he decided to be the trailblazer to have us back at the e-library, gave a lot of resources to us up to now, still training, still mentoring, still hosting, and we just try in our very own way to replicate what they are doing, just to help have more people come into tech and more people have breakouts from tech too. Thank you, sir. Welcome. So, like I was saying, Visual Talks, they talk about designs, branding, and all. Promise Akman on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, wherever. The next one, please. And then we have Open Tel Mentorship with Regina. Regina, say hi. Hi. Yes, she's taken. So, like I was saying, hey, I'm taken now. That's 500 now. Do you remember? Yes. That's 500 now. I'll collect it personally. So, yes, Open Table Mentorship is where we talk more about career, tech, and all the issues that you face along the way. Right now, you're coding, you don't know where to go to. How do you get jobs? How do you get remote jobs? How do you handle burnout? How do you learning schedule? How do you learn as a self-taught? All those things that stresses your head. That's what we do here once a month for now, till we can kick it up a bit more. So if you're having issues with any part of your tech, reach out to Regina and then attend one of our sessions, and you really have an eye opener. We're therapists too. So if you want to do high and on, we are here for you.
You said it's Regina, you saying we.
Oh, with Regina. Yes, yes. So, like Elia mentioned, she's taken. No, don't even say. You can't get her number. Hey, what are you saying? Yes, it's open for partnership. For controlled partnership. Oh, no, you can connect. It's PHPConnect. Yes. Okay, please, the next one. Lighthost. So Lighthost is a hosting platform. I would have said something like Google Host, but Google Host is something like Lighthost. You see what I did there? Yes. So Lighthost, they handle hosting, Laravel, Node.js, anything you want to host. They are your guy. And if you're here, please try sign up, use them for all your development services. I know the CEO personally. So if anything happens and support is doing you, just talk to me and then I'll give you his number. So please reach out to Lighthost for all your development deployment issues. They have dedicated support services, and he's a really top person, Stephen Jude, in the Laravel PHP ecosystem, and he sponsored this event. The next. That's the last. Oh, really? Really? Okay. And then there is me. Hallelujah. So, we want to, let me just stop now so I might not come up again. I will anyways. We are so happy to have had you guys here. I keep saying it because it's very, very important for us. We started this planning since October last year, and it took us 1 year to be able to get this together. Even as at last month, it felt like we wouldn't, get it done. So you being here is very important to us. Very, very, very important to us. Now, one question: who is our third sponsor? Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Third sponsor.
Our third sponsor.
Pay for me.
Is pay for me our third sponsor?
No.
Okay. You guys lost the second t-shirt. Now, I don't know. Okay, you answer. Okay. Is Visual Talks our third one?
Yes. Third, yes. Third, yes. The first one was this. Second, third.
Okay, so Visual Talks was our third this thing. Here you go. Move back to go around. No worries. So okay, Precious Tom, are you ready for us? Not Iron. Precious Tom, are you ready for us? So this will be our last speaker for today. And let me go and talk to Daniel if we will have Afam Soup coming in next. And Precious Tom? Okay. Yes, he doesn't have a slide, don't worry. You can just have his face up here. Yes, have his face up here. And then for those for those online, you can drop your questions in the chat, and then the best question might just win this one. Who knows? Thank you very much, guys. I don't want clap for me.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so my name is Precious Tom. I am a founder and CEO of Panda Stro, a financial service company. And before that, I have been a developer since 2009. So today, I want to discuss a controversial topic. Will PHP die anytime soon? I think a very simple answer to that is you won't live long enough to see when PHP dies. So let's break that down. So PHP, as is popularly known, is a web-based backend language that processes, interacts, blah, blah, blah. And one of the spectacular thing I like about PHP is how simple it is to write. Does everyone disagree with that statement? Okay, so I think I would ask a very simple question. How many of us are back-end developers who write more than 2 languages? Okay, so I'm going to ask this my chief there. What language do you write precisely in back-end particularly? Well, that's a valid answer. English is a language. Okay, so yes, please. Okay, so Java and PHP, yeah? Java and C++. Okay, so I saw one hand down there. Yes, please. What language do you write? JavaScript and what?
Just JavaScript. Okay, so the question was, how many backend developers write 2 languages in backend? PHP and Node. Excellent. So that would be very hard conversation. Yeah, so I mean, Node is actually excellent in terms of real time, but on the subject PHP itself, one of the things I like about PHP is how dynamic it is and how interesting it is to work with databases of all types, right? And I say this because, for one, you would need a lot of packages in Node to connect with certain kind of databases, but PHP actually gives you that free hand to do what you want. Okay. Secondly, I think PHP has one of the best frameworks. Open source is 18 one of the best frameworks, and we all know few of them. Laravel, which is currently leading the chat. Symfony, which I think most of us know. Yi, which is not too popular, but it has its own strength. And of course, CodeIgniter, which is something most of us write. Don't break my heart. So now, with all of these powerful frameworks, we can tell one simple truth, that PHP in itself is powerful, but with a framework like Laravel, you're off the chart. And what does this tell you? With a framework like Laravel, do you think PHP is going anywhere anytime soon? No, sir. So one of the other things that PHP comes with itself is the ability to build what I would like to call libraries. I don't know if it's right to call WordPress a library. What is WordPress, everyone? CMS, okay. So yeah, it can be called a framework too, but WordPress is a CMS. Now, with WordPress existing way before 2016, I think, it has actually enabled a lot of businesses to put up websites online, and of course some powerful applications too, which in total has actually accumulated 77.4, I think I checked that statistic before I got in here, but I saw that numbers. 77.4% of the total web on pages on web. Okay, and this number is significantly interesting because what happens to the other 30 something? It's been shared among every other language, right? So this actually puts PHP ahead of all packs. I mean, most of us would actually likely argue that when you start to consider things like speed, when you start to consider things like scalability, when you start to consider things like security, the way to go would be Python, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But I will tell you one thing for free. Security is you. Okay? And why do I say that? Even in those languages you might consider being secure, if you do write a shitty code, you would actually get a shitty result. And that is for a fact. And that is why I think one of the speakers who had the opportunity to talk about, I've actually forgotten his topic, but I know his name was Alex. He did a very great job to speak well on security, which of course comprises of SQL injections, cross-scripting, and etc., etc., which is something that you as a PHP developer would consider when writing your code to ensure a less threat solution. Now, I would like to ask a very unpopular question about PHP. For the PHP developers, if you had an opportunity to learn a completely different language, what language would you learn and why, as opposed to PHP? This is the conversation, which is why I did not actually put up a slide. I actually want to have a conversation with every one of you. So if you have an opportunity to learn a completely different language that is not PHP, what would that be and why? The mic is up for a grab. Anybody? Okay. So I think my answer would be no language. Two reasons. One, because PHP actually makes it very easy to get started on a project. And then, of course, components like packages, of course, and composers actually make it quite easy to develop rapidly. And then, most importantly, it is supported by a whole lot of operating systems like Windows, Linux. And finally, it has what my dear friend actually mentioned, the support of huge communities, open source particularly. And that is why the simple question that was posed by the start of this conversation, would PHP retire anytime soon, is, can anyone read what is on the screen? Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Precious. That was good. So you see the beautiful thing about Saturdays and tech events is that Chelsea will always lose their match. Thank you. That first they lost, but today again they will lose. Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans.
Yes, we are here.
You will lose your match today.
Amen. We are not losing shit.
Man U fans. Man U fans. Man U fans.
You know they play today. You know they play today. Man, you know they play today.
You will win your match today.
Well, you're playing against Arsenal, so you're going to lose your match today. Okay, so let's not debate. Arsenal win tomorrow, Chelsea will lose. Put your tickets. But before we go ahead, I would like to call someone who, how do I put it now so I will not sound churchy, who picks you from grass to grace. Mary Clay. So we all love him because he gives you an opportunity to learn something. Through him, a lot of us became something. Like, at least what you know about him is others will say, you need 3 years experience to do this, to do that. And he just tells you, okay, what can you do? And then you tell him, and then he puts you and says that you can't do this, and then he gives you time to learn. I believe by now we know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if your hands are not busy, please put it up for Mr. Hanson Johnson. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I didn't even know who I'm sitting next to. See, as fine. Alpha, Happy New Year. What's your plan for today? I did not. What did she say? I will rock highway. Say it again.
You will run give away and I'll win it.
No, for the sake of him, I'll not run. All right, good afternoon, everyone. I did not come to speak. So when I came in from the gates, I saw people who relate me, and it was onto something great and greater. I'm always very excited to be in front of us because you are the reason we are doing all this. And by that I mean, as far as Africa is concerned, tech and everyone investing in tech is looking at Africa. The world's searchlight is beaming on Africa, and not because we are working for it. It's just because there's nothing else. There's nowhere else they can go to. They have to come here. Not because we are working for it or we are structured for it. Maybe poverty must have put us there because we have land, we have people that are not employable, people that are not skilled. So the world has no option than to look at Africa. So when they are looking at Africa, Africans are Japan. They are migrating. And where there's a meeting I was online, which made me come this late. That meeting we're discussing, it's at the continental level. We are discussing, do people okay, somebody was asking, what is the percentage of people that Japan compared to people that return? There's no difference. The difference is that people that Japan loud, when they come back, that's the difference. Then, economy became tough recently, so people were like, have you ever met anybody that tweeted that he has jackpot? Then, after some years, he's still proud and telling us what's up. I've never met anybody. Rather, the people that feel that people are doing well there, no doubt. Rather, the people that I feel they are doing well, if I say support a cause here, they don't fit. Now we still they support ourselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? So to Japa is good. Japa doesn't mean only going abroad. If you move from somewhere within Akwa to you, that's still Japa. If you move to Port Harcourt, it's still Japa. If you move to Lagos, that's Japa. If you move to Ghana, no budget Japa. So to Japa is fine, perfect. But let it be that as I am here, there is something that demands I relocate to the US. You must not even jump from Lagos, from here to Lagos alone. You can jump from Lagos to Ika. Why? Because there is a demand that you have to be there for 2 years or for 3 years. You are there to work. And I preach only one gospel. People are looking for white collar jobs, right? What is a white collar job? Any job that is paying well. What is if you want to work for MTN, what is MTN doing? What kind of company is MTN? It's a lie. MTN is into the business of selling recharge card. Stop buying recharge card. There's no MTN. Let me see how tech or telecom will make you. Do you understand what I'm saying? The business of MTN, that's why they don't joke with the umbrella girl. I'm just for the lack of, so that we can. I have to use MTN so that we understand. So telecom companies are selling recharge card to survive. The girl that is selling recharge card here, you don't regard the girl. The difference between that girl and the general manager or the CEO of MTN in Nigeria is that the CEO is selling 10 billion naira worth of recharge card per second, whereas this girl is selling 1,000 naira per second. That or per day. That's the difference. Two of them are working for MTN or they are doing the recharge card business. That is just the difference. I had a story somewhere, whether it's true or not. I think it's a true life story. An aged, ripe to marry, like when I say ripe, someone that is 40, a lady that is 40 plus, overripe, looking for a husband. So there's this pastor that she has been close to. So she went there one day. The pastor told her that by this time next Sunday or next week, you will find your husband.
Word. Word.
So the lady waited. Monday passed, Tuesday passed. Anyway, since I still have 3 more days, Wednesday passed, Thursday passed. Is this pastor joking with me? Saturday, She vex, try and go the church, want to go and tell the father or pastor, Alpha, who the husband? This your God cannot do anything. So on getting to the church premises, she stepped down from the car, and a young man dressing like me now approached her and, hello, how are you? And you know how she sized the guy up, sized the guy and sized him. She they go to find husband inside. So on getting in, the man was trying to come out. Have you seen a young man that just left there? I did not see anybody. I said, no, someone dropped. So the guy dropped a card. His card. The guy came to pay tithes of $1 million and dropped a card for the pastor. And on the card there's no contact address, like no phone number, no email, no house address, just name and who the person is. So as the man was looking for the man, no. So, excuse me, sir. I've not seen anyone, but there's one boy that while I was trying to come in, he tried to talk to me, he didn't even regard me. Could that be the person you're looking for? Even he talked to you. I'm looking for come. So please, did you see anyone live here? Say, yeah, that one man just walked out. Then there was a convoy down the road. They just came with policemen, carried him. Pastor was like, Jesus Christ, so that's your husband. So the pastor missed the guy, everyone missed the guy. And so when they went back inside, the lady was like, how can that be my husband? God forbid. Did you hear that he came in a convoy and they were somewhere? Look at his card. He's the general manager of Coke in Africa.
And that guy, you don't miss me.
So someone that is okay, I remember the story now very well. So when the guy met the lady and introduced himself, my name is maybe Hanson Johnson. I sell soft drinks. This is what led to this story. So if the guy was lucky, because the guy would have slapped him. Oh my God. I sell soft drinks. Now what did the guy? Apart from one guy that said he had the mind to tell me that he sells soft drinks. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at his card. He's the general manager of Coke in Africa. Yes. And even the girl too, she joined the father to go and look for him. So whenever you are starting with coding, what's the first thing you do? You learn. Welcome to the world.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Elisha.
My name is Elisha Okon, and I am that guy.
You sell something,
What do I do? Come down, let me think.
How you may think what is it?
I feel be ritualist. Anyways, my name is Elisha Okon, EU, and I write PHP. Daniel, come. Together with Daniel, we've been able to kickstart this thing. And like I already said, it took us a lot of time to. Dan is a really amazing guy, really amazing guy. So yeah, he's single, just so you know.
Yeah, just so, his number.
Put your number on the screen, please.
309. Are you typing? Space Bank. Please don't access by Space Bank. I always come first. So, like I was saying, hey! They say you are the head and not the tail. Oh. So, yes, we've been able to run this for the past 1 year. And then this was our first physical event. I keep iterating this over and over so it sticks in your head. And we'll be having more events like this, physical, where we come together to see ourselves. One is already built for next year. And then we also host virtual sessions to teach and demystify the PHP language. We bring experiences we've gotten on the job and then try to teach it, or yes, to as many people as possible. We also have really good PHP developers, software engineers on the team that also bring in what they know and then they teach us. So if someone had a downtime of 3 hours on their production server and lost money, they found a way to solve it. You don't have to go through the same thing. He can teach you how he got around that, what caused it, and just so it helps your own career faster. PHP really means people helping, people helping, people helping. Yes, so we help you to not go through the same problems we went through while we were starting out. So I thank you so much for coming for this particular event. And I think at this point, what? The what? Okay, Hansen, we're ready to give away now. People want my shirt. You want more? Come for next year's event. So, and then tell your companies to come and sponsor us so we can do swag for everybody. And I still want to really, really, really thank our sponsors. Hansen is going to come and say more to that regard. Really, really, really thank our sponsors, the attendees, the online audience, everybody that has been with us from the beginning up till this time, and everybody that is doing their bits, pieces, and all to ensure that the tech ecosystem in Akwa State is up there and flying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, one other addition. Hansen, please come up already. One other addition is we are having the Akwa Tech Week. How many of us have heard about it? How many? Okay, so we're having the Akwa Tech Week come up in October. Am I correct? Yes, in October. So please, it's going to be a week-long event. Ensure you're there. You might meet your sponsor. You might end up getting a job. My first job, I got it at GDG Uyo 2018 events, and that was turning point. So for those that might not get a job on that day, you might get a life partner.
Amen. Or you get something.
Yes, yes. Or you might get a business partner, or you might get a house partner. You might get any partnership, but just come. So it's going to run for one week, and I think on Saturday or so is Dev Fest. On Friday, yeah. So it takes into Dev Fest at once. So please ensure to buy your sneakers, buy your new jeans, and come and oppress me on the Dev Fest. But literally, the whole week will be Akwa Tech Ecosystem, and we have really, really top guys from here that will be there. Really, really top guys. So even if you don't learn anything, you're going to meet them, have an handshake. I don't know how that is going to change your life, because it changed my own life for me. Yes, Hansen, please come. Thank you guys very.
Let me add to that.
Okay, please.
So about the Akwa Tech Week, it has never happened before. We are deliberately making it the grandest of all. And I so much appreciate the kind of support we have been able to access globally. So there are some people from Akwa State that are into tech. I've never known them. And this has brought them out. Yesterday we had meetings with people in the US. Day before yesterday we still had meetings with another set of people in the US. And I think today Saturday, next week, we have support from banks, support from government. When I say government, at the federal level, support from state governments, we are expecting it. So for us to take the events to 4 Point by Sheraton, there's a kind of image we want to deliberately use.
Money day, money day.
Deliberately using portraying Akwa Ibom as the next tech destination. And there are already projects, open source projects, that within the community we are picking up to launch on that day. For example, one of them is African Tech Talent Evaluation Framework. So all these PHP talks, Android talks,
JavaScript talks.
JavaScript language. How do I say it? You code Java, you talk PHP, you write JavaScript. So all this stuff we are talking about, the challenge we are having is that unlike what India has been able to achieve, I don't know of any other country that is even planning to achieve what India has achieved in terms of tech talent. So we want to achieve it. And the only thing stopping us from achieving it is there's no one certifying body, there's no one standard organization for coders that if they say that this guy has that certification or has passed through that framework, we don't need to interview him. That's what we are trying to achieve with the African Tech Talents evaluation framework. Apart from that, apart from that, another thing we're also trying to achieve is revenue sharing. So many people here are inspired with this talk, but when they go back home, no phone, no laptop, no data, no transport, no light.
No everything.
So another thing that that framework will do is that if the people that will fund you to do that thing 100% free, like they pay you salary to learn, give you laptop, give you food, give you everything you need. If there is an assurance that they can get their money back when you start to earn a particular amount of money, it means many people are going to fund the entry level. And whenever you have your job, the guy that is hiring you will ask you, where did you come from? Once you show that framework, there is a system that will split your earning to everybody that contributed to who you are today. So, and investors, this is the first time we are having an event, and we did not ask anybody for money, and we are having money. There's no room for speakers. When I say, like, for example, I withdraw myself as a speaker to Akwa. We have quality speakers. All we are looking for a way to fit in people. It means that something great is coming. So please don't come to attend the event. Come to get something. Ask questions, ask the right questions, so that you don't just come and attend and go back. At least achieve something out of the event. Then if you have any other question, I don't know where you will ask. Okay.
I'm that guy.
You can ask. I have seen people that are volunteering to answer questions. So there is Andy, there is Elisha, there is also Facebook chat channels, and okay, there is also the website. There is a contacts. There's contact details on the website. IbomInnovation.ng. Then we are also launching on that day, or making it open, a consortium that we have incorporated, Ibom Innovation Network. So Ibom Innovation, Akwa Tech community is an informal community, it's not registered. But there is Ibom Innovation Network, which is a community, which is a registered, limited by guarantee organization, not an NGO, not limited liability, but limited by guarantee. Can do business, is also not for profit, can fund and can attract funds. So I may not be able to access $10 million now. The Ibom Innovation Network can access $200 million, something like that, for a course. So those are the structures we are deliberately putting to solve problems that we are facing, not just for any other reason. Then Ibom Innovation Network, every month we go to SAS to bail people. So I don't want to be saying that Start Innovation Hub is coming, or I am from Start Innovation Hub. We want Ibom Innovation Network should be able to come out and issue press conference, and it will be credited to Ibom Innovation Network, not PHPTalk, or you get what I mean. So once we launch that, we also expect the Commissioner of Police in that event. So we should be able to have SARS-proof ID cards for all of you. So there's a whole lot. It's like our own government, and once you put these things together, government has no option than to identify with you, and we already seen it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. How many of us have seen a blacklist? The blacklist. So you see that captures of people. Please answer, please.
Okay, guys. So we still have a lot to do, but we thought we were done. Okay, so we're almost done. While we were here, some persons came in, and I would like them to shout out to us in the house. First on my list, I have our very own Jonathan, the CEO of Midday, and I would like him to say a thing or two to encourage read techies and keep us going. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me still stand on already established protocol. My name is John Foundation. I am the CEO of Midday. I'm very happy to be part of this event. I am not here as a speaker. I will also use the opportunity to recognize my very own boss, Mr. Hanson Johnson. He has been a turning point for me. If you can still remember Mr. Hanson in 2015 at UNOYO NACOS conference, you gave me a scholarship to study Android. And when I went back to UNOYO, I built an app for UNOYO. That was courtesy of Start Innovation Hub. I will not also forget the numerous events I have gone with my people. I think the CEO of Kislan is here, or some. It's okay, some, and the CEO of Executive Babas. And I will also want to use the opportunity to especially say a very big thank you to Daniel. Daniel has been working with me very closely on, apart from Midday that is very popular, we have done a lot of things on the fintech space. I'm into fintech specifically. Even while I was in UNIO, we did things with fintech, payment of faculty dues and things like that. Even the Color Me Orange app that we did that time, that got popular and every other thing. So Daniel has been very close to me. We have done a lot of work on fintech from Midday to Rimponet to Nelalink and a whole lot of stuff. So I want to say I'm very happy to be here, and I want to say thank you for honoring me. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that speech. So when you hear achievements like this, you may feel threatened, right? But don't worry, that's small. Somebody say that's small. Somebody say that's small. Now, jelly. Okay, guys. So we've officially come to the end of the first session. We've come to the end of today's event, and it was nice having you around. So, as a ritual, not the kind of your type though, as a ritual, we'll all go outside and have a group photograph, right? So the connection continues outside. So you may not want to come back, so you can just move along with your phones, your bags, or whatsoever. So, guys, thank you so much for attending PHP Connect. See you next time. Please don't forget to follow us on Twitter. We have, yeah, you get it. I'll meet the social media team and you get it. You'll be contacted. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you outside.
Amazing.